At RaiseCredit.com, we know it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. At RaiseCredit.com, we've got your back up. You can get the life you really want. RaiseCredit.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Main thing is we got to do the countdown. I'm Ray Reynolds from RaisWebinar.com, and countdown's pretty important. We got 16 working days left of the year, and if you're a client, there's a lot of things to be done. If you're going to be a client, there's more to be done. We got to fast track it. Main thing right now is we got to understand the information about Raise rules. Information's protected in many, many ways. The ultimate goal, please get out a tablet and a pen. If you haven't met me before, there's a lot of things to write down. The main thing is you got to get it in your brain, hear it again and again and again. Ultimate goal, tablet and pen. Next, here's our phone number to the office. It is 800, it's toll free, 510-3338. As we do this, I want you to understand how I brought in my first 100,000. I was 9.5. I brought in $1 million at 14. Double billion by the time I was 26. Not too bad. But I always plan on the problems. First thing is I got to have is my safety credit. Let's see what that means. This is the Venture and a Venture One card. Personal cards. Personal cards, write down safety credit from now on. You can't jack it up past 29%. If you do, you drop your score, you get stuck, you can't get any more. What most of you, probably all of you have done is you've taken the money and the credit from the family, you rolled the dice and you screwed it up. Not on purpose, it just basically that's just the way life is. No one gave you the rules and the tools how to play the game. When it comes to corporate credit, we get to write that off, the interest rate and the card. Write down line of defense. See, the bottom line is this. All right, when you get knocked down, all right, what are we going to go? Boo-hoo-hoo and kind of give up? No. We have to realize when you drive down the city today in your area, you'll see a bank and a grocery store that basically filed bankruptcy on that piece. They wrote it off on their taxes and they're still in business. How is that possible? Well, they know the rules and the tools how to play the game. Write down never bring the pain home, please. Ultimate goal, we're all Humpty Dumpty, so we all get knocked down. So my journey started when I was a little boy. You see, I didn't get the mommy and daddy like most people. And what I did is I fantasized getting a mommy and a daddy. Then I also fantasized about rich and famous people. I took the magazines, I ripped them apart, I looked at their house, their car, and the goodies. You know what? I never got that. So I had to actually create my own journey. God me. Can you imagine that? So let's talk about my journey and your journey to begin with me today. So it's kind of fun. I call it getting past go. I think most people are stuck. Now from there, I got to be with Mrs. Hope from the age of 3 to 10 years old. She got her weekly and monthly checks. And all she did with me every day, 7 days a week, she dropped me off at Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30 and picked me at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes, she was a she-devil from hell. I got to learn how to steal and beg off the pier. That kind of sucked. But you know what? I wanted to come up money. I wanted my goodies too. Let's see how I did. I got my Lamborghini collection. I got my Duffys. I got my mansions. I broke world records. Having fun at the same time. I got my race boat in my backyard. I got my helicopter. All right. I got my yacht. And then I got my Ferraris too. How'd I do? Why haven't you done this? Why? All right. I was born in a friggin' taxi. She wanted a little girl. Okay, she was born in this billionaire family, by the way, but she's a little girl and I'm a boy. She figured if I was a girl, she'd convince him to keep me. So I got born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. Since I got a wee-wee and I'm not a girl, she gave me a girl's name, raised my middle name. So if I can get billions by the time I'm 26, what the hell have you been doing? I don't get it. I'll never understand why people go, oh, no one told me how? No one told me either. I was just lucky that God gave me an IQ off the chart with total recall. And I wanted it bad enough. Most of you didn't want it bad enough at all. That's why you let life kick your ass. And what do? You bring the pain home. That kind of sucks. So raise rules today. Let's see if you can stand up and follow me along. I wrote Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. I had to move 24 times when I was 11 and a half years old. Those people were mean to me on the 1st and the 15th. Probably because the rent or the mortgage was due. You see, I got used and abused as a kid, but I wanted it bad enough. I learned to connect the dots. At basically 7.5 years old, I found out a corporation's a legal person. And at 9.5, I started Helping Hand Industries. Isn't that fun? I sent away a little money order. Because nonprofit give me all the money, I got $100,000 in the mail. Would you like the same thing? Maybe you'll pay attention today. Now, all I want from you is 90 days. I haven't had a paycheck for 20 years. My wife says this is my hobby. I said, no, honey, I got to keep my promise from that comb in 2009. Because if I was home, I'd probably be driving her crazy anyway. So I might as well have fun with you. How many billionaires do you know is going to help you besides me? Probably none. So the reality is pretty simple today. Give me 90 days. I'll repackage you. And I'm talking about your house, your car, your bank account. All right? I want to do the work for you. Sorry to say, I think you're going to do it wrong anyway. You've probably been doing it wrong all day anyway. So at seminar, workshop, and boot camp, you're stuck with me. Now, not everybody likes me, but not everybody likes you. That's just the way we got to deal with it today. Ray's rules, write it down. Don't bring the pain home, because that's called silly and dumb. Today, we got the 24th of what? November. There's 100,000 of personal credit. There's 100,000 of corporate credit. This one you can't write off, or the interest rate at all. This you can write off the interest rate and the credit card. Until you learn to play, the bottom line is you always bring the pain home. Because you don't know how to play, because you're not listening, because you buy all the silly books. How to make money and get rich. You're listening to somebody else's stupid story today. Let me hand you the $1 million to $1 billion of credit. Sometimes you have to get out of your own way. But it's up to you. I got it written up in Inc. magazine in 1998. You see, I brought in what? I brought in millions of dollars in credit. And we showed how to use plastic to finance the business. By the way, there's $10 million. How much would you like? You see, the reality is I built $1 million of credit for my cat back then. I wanted to prove my point. I did it for Monica's cat in the office too. If I can build $1 million for my cat, I bet you I can do it for you too. But can I get you to listen? All right, the bottom line is today is the last day of the 16 days. At the end of the year, I don't control the time. And it frustrates me to no end. Because they've got to get you to listen and learn. Today, I need the name of your corporation, the division's name too, the nonprofit. You got 16 working days left of the year. And if you blow it, that's on you. All I can do is get you up to the $1 million dream and guarantee it too. But again, what are you going to do? 2020, 2021, that's 2 years. That's called blackjack. Next year, you get to win if you listen and learn. But again, how do I get you to do that too? You see, every time you lose your job or have an emergency, what do you do next? You all do the same thing. You run out of time, you run out of money, and then you jack up your credit in 42 days. Why? Why? You see, you're using the wrong money in the first place. I don't get this. It'll never compute to me. But the reality is getting to know me some more and have some fun. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW in Aspirin years ago. Why don't you do something right now? Write down Credit Services Act. Write it down. Google it later today. It'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. It'll tell you flat out credit repair is a scam. They're not allowed to collect money up front. And it'll refer to you to the Credit Repair Organization Act, which says attorneys can't do credit repair. I know you're all experts in what you do, but you know what? I'm the #1 expert worldwide. You might want to listen a little bit to me. You see, it's like Lexington Law and CreditRepair.com, same company, but they got 4 government complaints. You can check it out. It's on the BBB. They average 600 complaints per month. You see, why credit repair doesn't work? Because all they're doing is what? Let's lie to the credit bureau. It's not my account. I was never late. I'm a big fat liar today. Give me a friggin' break. You see, if you trick them anyway, it's coming back. You didn't seal your record like we did at Witness Protection years ago. You got to understand, you have to also do what's called a rapid refresh. And the problem is, you can do all you want. It's not going to work anyway. The bottom line is, I own the rights to rapid refresh. I invented it. And the only one who can push you to an 820 credit score and guarantee it is me. Would you like one? Let me prove to you my point. This is Credit Karma because it's free. We all like free, right? They had a 500 score. I pushed them up 157 points just to get started that day. Then I put this one up 85 points and 55 points too. By the time I was done, they were an 820. Would you like that? Let me know. It's pretty simple. Now, some of you today, you're probably paying LifeLock. I knew Mark when he started it years ago. By the way, they've been indicted so many damn times. Here comes another one. And if you're paying them every month, I think you're kind of getting ripped off. Let's start in the back and let's go back to you. All right, pull out your Social Security card today. Come on, it's in your purse or wallet. What happened? You and me, we were told to get an SSN when we were a teenager to get the job. You see, understand the Social Security card, get the job equals a 1040 tax return. That's what connects the dots, by the way. And the day the Federal Trade Commission says everybody's screwed up, could be you. You only got one of these. Why are you doing it wrong? I don't get it. Look at the card in your purse or wallet today. Do not laminate. Don't use for ID purposes. Don't carry it with you. Hell, it's not even your card. Read the card. There's the application you filled out as a teenager. And when you read that card today, you better pay attention, because I don't want you to ever forget me. Because I'll wake you up, shake you up, and get you to the $1 million dream. And hell, I'll guarantee it too. But again, it says Social Security Administration, it belongs to them, not you. So what happened? The creditors of the banks are breaking all the rules. They're not supposed to use that SSN no matter what they say. You know what happens? The wrapper refresh gets to block all your crap. Then I get to rebuild you anyway. Would you like to play? You see, what I want to do is repackage your life. I like to call you on the phone and interview you for 30 to 50 minutes too, because I want to tell you you're going doing this, this, and this, and do it this way. You see, I brought in $2 billion by the time I was 26. All right, then I found myself in a coma. That kind of sucked. But I got another $10 billion on its way. You want to play? I want to repackage your house, your car, your bank account. Because you're doing it wrong anyway. Sorry to say. I just got to tell you the truth. The bottom line is going to be up to you. Credit? Heck, it saved my life as a kid and as an adult. If I didn't know how to go get $10 million of credit right here, all right, I'd be stuck like some of you. How about the $50,000 card? How much would you like? I got $10 million of history to play with. Would you like some today? The bottom line is going to be up to you. You see, what happens is there's always somebody going, money for a rainy day. I'm so tired of stupidity. All right, and basically what people do, money for a rainy day. Are you telling me? In my life, it never rains. I always got 20 problems at the same time. What about you? You see, the next thing they're going to say is, oh, what happens to you when you need $5,000 today? Ask yourself this question. If you need $5,000 right now, what are you going to do? You're going to ask your friends and family? You're going to ask the bank? Hell, they're all going to say no to you anyway. You see, you should have a safety credit card like I got in my hand or on the screen for $5,000 of credit. If you had to max it out, the payment is $50 a month. I'll bet you kind of waste that every other day. Is that true about you? The next thing they say always is the average person wastes $140 a week. Is that true about you? Look at these two cards, Venture and Venture 1, $50,000 a piece. If I had to max out one of these cards today, the payment would be $612.26. What the average person wastes or pisses away every given month, I would have bought you 2 pizza locations, by the way. That would have gave you $24,000 of cash flow after the bills are paid. They stay open through COVID-19. For what the average person wastes and pisses away, I could put them in business today. I don't get it. I'll never get it. I don't bring the pain home because I didn't get a family. All right? I didn't get a mommy and a daddy like most of you. I had to fight for hell. The bottom line is I had to read every book I could. Luckily, God gave me an IQ with basically total recall, and I can read a page at a time. I don't like the fact that people want to bring the pain home. So today, I want you to think. The last time you got knocked down, what happened to you? Your friends and family rip you off, or you screwed up too? You see, there's always somebody going to get in your way, try to take it away, or piss you off too. Safety credit, write it down. If you don't understand the line of defense after today, the bottom line is you will. Because when you drive to that city that you live in right now and you see that empty bank or that grocery store, the next time you see it, you're going to remember me. Because I told you they bankrupted that damn piece and they wrote it off on their taxes and they're still in business today. You used to be doing the same thing. Your problem is you don't know how to play. And that's your own problem, not mine. But I'll teach you to play if you want to. You see, you're going to have to focus on your goals. I reached every goal I ever wanted by the time I was 26. I have everything I want. If I want it, hell, I'll just go get it anyway. See, I believed in God and I believed in me. So let's think about you today. You better believe in yourself. You see, when I broke the world record for the highest kick on this planet in 1986, that just means white men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. Don't you get it today? Don't you listen to someone say you can't do this or that? God gave you a gift and a dream. Go get it. What's wrong with you? The bottom line is you got an SSN just like me. Wow. It equaled a 1040 tax return and 2 write-offs. Big deal. What happens is most of you don't understand the rules and the tools. You act like you do half the time, but you know what? You got an Aspirian, a Transu, and an Equifax too. And the moment you jacked up the cards past 29%, you dropped your score, you got stuck, hell, you couldn't get any more. Is that true about you? I bet you it is today. See, until you know the 29% rule and tools, I'm sorry, you're going to bring the pain home every time you turn around. So let's think about something today. The other reason you got an SSN, because we're the United States of America Incorporated, we're their collateral. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. Now write down a list today. It's called Ray's Rules. First thing is 100,000 of safety credit. You see, don't use more than what? 29%. You see, every time you lose your job, you panic. The car, the house, the family, the kids, we got to pay the bills. Ah! If you had 71,000 of safety credit, you'd basically realize one thing. You don't have to bring the pain home just in case you lost your job or there's a pandemic. But what do most people do? Some of you, maybe all of you too. You're taking the money and the credit from the family, rolling the dice and go, wee, honey, let's hurt the family some more. By the way, you're using the wrong money in the first place. I don't get it. You see, you should never hurt your family. You should never bring the pain home. Why would anybody do that? That makes no sense to me. But the bottom line is, let's see if you want to learn how to play. Yes, we all have a sad story to tell. Boo-hoo-hoo. Nobody gave a damn about me as a kid. All right, not only had to steal and beg off the pier, I found myself in a coma at 5.5 years old. I hit the curb with my face, 40 miles an hour. Boom, I can't walk again. And I told the doctor, go to hell too. I got up anyway. See, I believe when the doctor tells you can't do this and that, don't accept it here. When you do, then you're just exactly what they told you you're going to be. There's me in a coma in 2009. Look at me. I'm laying there. I get to die at 541. That kind of sucks. Doesn't matter if you got millions and billions of dollars, you still get to die too. See, I got swine flu pneumonia. They call the pandemic 9, COVID-9, and H1N1. They couldn't make up their damn mind of that at all. Where do you park your yacht and race boat? I park mine in the backyard. I'm from Show Me State. Show me or shut up. I'm so tired of blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like those motivational speakers. Blah, 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 blah. If they're not handing you the damn money, it's all BS. All right, every one of them are going broke today because guess what? All it was is blah, blah, blah. So being the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years, helping people like you, having fun. I took people on my yacht July 4th to watch the fireworks. Someone had swine flu pneumonia. And then I got to die. That kind of sucks. But the reality is I made a promise to God that day. I'd help people the rest of my life. So he gave me a second chance. That's why I'm here for you. So guess what I got to do? I walked around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. I put my credit score back to an 820 because I know how to seal it, wrap and rescore it, and push it up back to an 820. Do you know how to do that? I invented it. It's my rights. So guess what? Then I popped another $1 million credit card. I don't stay down. Why do you? If you play with me, you'll never stay down ever again. Because you'll learn how to play the game. You're going to win every time. God saved me to come help you. You're going to pay attention today? You see, COVID-19 can wipe everybody out. That kind of sucks. First I got COVID-19, now I got to think about COVID-19 too? You see, we don't get a do-over. We get to live or die. Why don't you wear a mask for the heck of it, no matter what people say or do? But it's up to you. You got a moment to die and a lifetime to live. Which one are you going to pick? That's up to you. All I know is I'm going to enjoy life and have more fun. So the bottom line today, let's go chase the money. I love money. I really do. You see, money is one of my top 10. It's not my top 5. But you know what money does for me? I don't have to steal and beg off the pier. I can feed my family and pay my bills. I can help people like you. You going to pay attention today? Now, we went through crap too. I mean, the bottom line is, guess what? The backyard of my house was on fire the other day. We got the winds that knocked down trees. We got the election that bumped all our marketing too. Last week's disaster kicked our assets some more. Now, what do we get to do? Well, before I use a line of credit, or basically references or anything else, before I use reserves, I'm going to give you an opportunity to help me, and I can help you. If you don't, it's okay. I'll still solve the problem no matter what I say or do. Now, today's final goal to basically feed the families this week, because we give a lot of charity away, is $44.25. So today you get some discounts if you play with me. And if you don't, that's okay, because sales can't give it away like I can right now. Non-profit, my first corporation as a kid. Did you know the city can give you $25,000 of grant money? The state can give you $50,000. All right, Grants.gov can give you $100,000 too. The city will give you land, building, and a house to fix it up. Work with a nonprofit and a corporation too. You get to have both. You know, I know one thing. If you get a corporation, you watch people, you can offset taxes using a nonprofit, but you can always give all the money to the IRS. So then they can fly around in government planes for their honeymoons. You watched that last year, didn't you? So here's what I do. I like to do turnkey. Corporation, tax ID, divisions, 3 of them. I want to basically see if you want to play a nonprofit. You see, give back to your community, offset your taxes, create jobs. What I do is I do a turnkey nonprofit for you at the end of the year. Articles, oscillus, tax ID, 3 divisions and more. Then I offer you and I give you $10,000 of credit. One thing about me, I always give you 10 times your investment back to you. I like to take away excuses because I don't have any. So guess what? For $999, $10,000 of credit, and all that set up for you and handed to you, but I need the name today. Now what happens next is you're going to get a 15-minute phone call with me. I don't want you to screw this up, okay? So the bottom line is I even got an Eagles Nest class starting in January for 4 weeks. So I can show you how to get the 501c3 exemption too. Now if you did this during the webinar, the $9.99, you get the 4 weeks for free. But that's during the webinar. Wait till after that. No, not going to happen today. And you know what happens if you did this right away? I'm going to fill out the 1120 and the 1023 form for you. I'm going to make sure I fill it out, cross the dots and dot the I's too, so you get your 501c3. Look online, it's $7,500 average price. I'm going to do it for free. If you basically want it and you Zelled it right away, you'll get it today. Pretty simple to do. You Zelle, you wire, you deposit. I like nonprofit. But again, it's always up to you. Now write down this email today. It's ray@raisecredit.com. You don't send anything to me. You send it to Gina. She's the one who screens them and makes sure the order is filled. It's pretty simple to do. Now, you and me, we're getting older. We're not as pretty as we used to be. We could be getting slower too. Oh, go back to the job you hate. It's okay. All right, most people hate their job today anyway. Eventually, they're going to fire you anyway. And what you're going to do is drive an Uber. They're going to deliver pizza. That's your American dream? It's not mine, but it could be yours. See, I live by the Bible and I live by my books. You see, being with Mrs. Hope from the age of 3 to 10 years old, the she-devil from hell, every Wednesday night they had a poker game. And at the poker game, I'd stand outside my bedroom, which was the pantry, and I'd write my little notes. They thought it was weird. Probably true. But you know what's really weird they said that day? They said a corporation's a legal person. Write it down. A corporation's a legal what? I'm 7.5 years old. I couldn't sleep all night. I rode my bicycle to the Torrance Police Department the next day because there's a library next door. I asked the lady, please help me. She said, here's a book. Young man, here's some microfiche too. This is how you look them up that day. I read the book. You see, what I was looking for is the same thing you've been looking for all your life. the blueprint, the rules, the instruction manual to get to the $1 million dream. I know you bought a book about secrets or how to get that too. You're listening to someone else's story. Without the blueprint and the money, at the end of the day, isn't it blah, blah, blah? But I used what God gave me, the IQ off the chart with total recall. I read the book and got pissed off that day. Yeah, I really did, because it didn't exist. I went back to the library from 7.5 to 9.5 years old every day. Then I set up Helping Hand Industries. Got $100,000, then $1 million at 14, double billion 26. How did I do so far? By the way, there's the books and CDs. There's my blueprint I used for me. You probably want a copy of that too. By the way, I had $841 million of real estate back then, before the coma, all in the corporate structure, by the way. But then I went to a coma and got to die. How about the financial series? How about winning the game of business? It's kind of fun. So when I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years before the coma, every Wednesday night there was a line around the hotel. I used to sell that for $20,000 a pop. So the reality is this: if you want the first 1,000 rules, how I got to the double billion, it's in those books and CDs. It's called the Millionaire's Founders Kit. If you want the real estate, it's there too. If you want how to get buckets of money, understand what I'm talking about. Look at this. I wrote the rules in '86. So that means if I wanted a $50,000 card for every one of those, that's easy. But those, I got to maintain the 29% rule. If I get the golds and platinums paid over time, then I don't have to matter at all. And I can max them up and push them to $1 million plus. How many would you like? It's kind of fun to play because every one of those is like those grocery stores and banks. You see, every one of them have a branch number too. So let's learn how to play. You know what happens today is pretty simple. The sales team always offers it for $999. If you sell it during the webinar with me, or deposit or wire right away, I like to give away the 18 books and CDs for $299. It covers the shipping cost, by the way. It's all up to you. There's the Zelle, wire, deposit. Take a picture. It'll last longer too. So what happens next? You just tell Gina what you bought. It's pretty simple. But if you allow me to rebuild your credit, the rapid rescore, and I'm going to get you credit lines. That means money. Trade lines are crap, by the way. Corporation, books, CDs, and classes with me. For 43 years, every Saturday, I've been doing up to 9 classes or workshops or boot camps too. So today, write down 29%. Every card you got in your purse or wallet today has to be at 25 to 29%. You got to maintain that forever and keep your safety credit boring. You shouldn't be using it in the first place. I got to make you a qualified CFO. That's what I've got to do to make sure you get the credit for the corporation and not you. Rapid rescore, push you up to 200 points. At least, that's kind of fun. Would you like an 820? Let me know. See, what I get to do is I get to add you to one of my cards. And what does that mean? Pretty simple. I got $10 million of history on my dashboards. So which card do I add you to? Then I ask for separate billing. There you go. You got your own account too. But again, personal credit, safety, corporate credit, we get to write off the card and the interest rate too. Would you like $10,000 or $25,000? Let me know. You see, every one of these are my favorite card. I want to get up to $1 million. So what do? I give you one gold. I teach you how to push it up to 100,000, and then we'll go get 9 more. Is that okay with you? Per division. And what happens if you do it through me? I always want to give you the gold and the platinum for $9.99 as I build it up for you, and a phone call with me. That way we talk and make sure you don't screw it up, because I got a 100% success rate. All right, I want to make sure I keep that and talk to you personally. You Zelle, you wire, you deposit. Pretty simple thing to do. And again, you email Gina. Now remember, we got a disaster just like you have sometimes. So before I use the credit line or reserve, I want to feed a bunch of more family this week because it's Thanksgiving week. So I'm going to want to raise $44.25. I got half my goal this morning. Now I get the rest of the half too. This way you can save some money today if you want to. So it's like breaking down your life. What I like to do is I like to reverse it and do a blueprint of you. I call you and I get to ask you questions about the bank, the cash flow, weekly and monthly, car, house, Backup for a backup. The blueprinting for me is pretty fun because everyone I've ever done, I've turned them into a millionaire corporation, by the way. You see, there's a donkey. You got to cover your ass. Get it? Got to have fun. Now, this program I offer at the end of the year. Would you like to know about asset protection? Would you like to basically leverage money into millions? Would you like to get basically real estate under divisions? Would you like to have basically corporations and divisions in order to? The next thing about the 2 years, it's kind of fun. So here's some bonuses today. All right, I give you the gold and the platinum. I build them up for you. Then what happens is personal business credit for $50,000 more. On top of that, today, I'm going to give you 10 calls with me. We're going to have a lot of fun. By the way, I want to do the 30-minute blueprint for you, too. The office, they love to sell it for $74.99. It's a good price, by the way, because on the $50,000 of credit, we charge 10% anyway. So today, normally it'd be $19.99 per day or $49.99. But while I got you in the webinar, if you did it right away, it's $19.99 to you. If you don't do it today, don't worry, it won't be offered tomorrow. Because I got to go get the turkeys and all the things today because I'm the one doing all the cooking. By the way, I'm a basically professional chef too. I like to eat because as a kid, I had nobody feeding me. I had to learn how to cook. And I wanted to eat real good. So Zelle wire deposit. If you don't do it right away, sorry, it won't be offered tomorrow and the sales team won't give it anyway. So money, there's 4 points of doing real estate with me. Fixer upper, duplex, fourplex, and apartment complex too. I'd like to get you a pizza. You know why? They stay open through COVID-19. I'd like to get you a McDonald's, a Taco Bell, or a Wendy's too. We can do profit sharing. By the way, how about leveraging money? Did you know borrow money's not taxable? And what happens? I created 84 ways to leverage this, 99 more cards. That would be $100 million to you. That's too much, so I'm only going to teach you 3 or 4 ways. The ultimate goal, let's look at a car. Isn't this fun? House, car, bank account too? I'll bet you today the car you're driving today is registered to you. Why? Why is the car registered to you? I don't understand. You see, everybody you see that are rich and famous today, they drive company cars and they write it all off. But not you. You get your paycheck, it's already been taxed. You get the leftover, you pay your bills, you pay for a car you should not. Then you're taking the money and credit from the family going, honey, let's hurt the family some more. Why are you using the wrong money? I don't get it. The car you're driving today, you're the registered owner. Why? Why? I don't understand that at all. Should be a tax ID and a fleet price. You see, today you're probably using your paycheck, taxable income to pay the payment, the gas, registration, insurance. Can you yell the word no right now, please? It's about time you learn how to get a car at fleet price, tax ID, because you're allowed to. So let's understand the SS4. Look at it. It's in front of you. I love it. Line 10. It's pretty simple. You know what it says? Banking and credit purposes. It allows you to get credit per tax ID and write off the interest rate in the card. But if you don't have an affiliate like me setting it up, good luck to you. See, the bottom line is draw this square, 3 squares below that too, line of defense. The way I designed it in 1986. That's how you get rid of that grocery store or the bank. They bankrupt a piece, but they don't bankrupt the rest of it too. So understand, I wrote the rules in 1986. Maybe today you'll listen and set up the line of defense. Never bring the pain where? Home ever again. How many days you got left of the year? Working days, by the way. 16. You got 16 working days left to give me the name of the corporation, the divisions, and the corporation for nonprofit too. But at the end of the day, you can call sales later today. They'll get you the 3 divisions with tax IDs and histories too. They're going to charge you $500 a piece. I like to give them away today to reach that goal to help more people like you. 1 phone call, and I'm going to give it to you if you did it today for $6.99. But if you put it off, goes back to the $1,500 for 3. Zelle wire deposit. That's all you got to do. And again, you email Gina. See, what I'd like to do for all of you is build you an Aspirian, an Equifax, and a TransUnion too, per tax ID. We get to write off the credit card and the interest rate too. Remember something today, SS4 times 4. Don't name a corporation after you. Don't name it what it does. Set up the line of defense. That means for every division you have or piece of property, separate divisions, franchises, current business. Debt follows tax ID. Would you like a $100,000 card or $1 million card? Which one would you like me to build you up to? You see, I already told you to have $100,000 of personal credit, but you can't write this off at all. Interest rate of the card, corporate credit you can. So we don't hurt the family. We never bring the pain home again. It's called Ray's Rules, by the way. SSN, it equals the 1040 tax return. That's what it was for. SS4 is banking and credit purposes some more. Again, it's up to you. I got to make you a qualified CFO. That's just the truth. Now, if all you want me to do is build you up to an 820 credit score and a rapid refresh, not a problem. The office normally sells it for $9.98. That's a good price, too. Today, I want to hand you $5,000 of credit. I want to give you 10 times your investment back to you. Today, through the webinar with me, it's half price. $4.99. $5,000 of credit back to you, written guarantee as well. And if you want, you're thinking about a business or not, the extra bonuses, we can turn this into the starter package for a millionaire. That means I'm going to hand you the articles, the offices, and the tax ID. I want to hand you the corporate setup class for 90 days and level 1 for divisions 2. After that, you're going to say, Ray, will you help me the rest of my life? And I'll say, yes, I will. It's half the fun. So the package here, the only thing difference between this one and the previous one, I doubled the credit for you. Instead of $19.99, it's $999. It's $10,000 of credit. That's 10 times your investment for $999. Now, if you want $25,000 of credit instead of $4,000 today, it's going to run you $2,499, and you get $25,000 of credit to you. Ultimate thing is Zelle wire deposit today. It's how we get paid through COVID-19. Now, if you refer people into the webinar with me and they buy anything, I'll add $1,000 or more, all right, credit for you. You see, you got choices today. Maybe you're watching me on Google, Facebook, or YouTube as well. And remember, you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me. You might want to go to racewebinar.com. Get the full overview and never bring the pain where? Home ever again. See, what I learned at 7.5 years old is right in front of you. They said a corporation's a legal person. It's right there. It's Chapter 18 of corporations. It's not legal advice. But you know a corporation has more rights than you and me. That doesn't seem fair, but it's true. So guess what happens today? The United States of America Incorporated, they set up their line of defense too. They manage those 50 states. They're corporations too. And you know what the state does? They have all those cities. The cities are corporations too. They set up their line of defense. Why haven't you? Why haven't you done what the Constitution allows you to? What is wrong with you? Are these turned on today? You have the right to set up your line of defense too. But again, you have to realize you are we the people. You're going to have to learn to play. And some of you today, you got a corporation and a stock kid too. You paid $3,000, didn't do a damn thing at all. They say that 96% don't know what's next. By the way, I'm your next. Won't that be fun for you? Nixon took the gold standard out, gave him the key to the printing press. You and me, we got our SSN as a teenager to get the job to equal the 1040 tax return. Now you connected the dots. Mama, she just delivered a baby this morning. And the hospital federally mandated that mamas handed the SSN form within 3 hours or less, because they have to order a SSN for the baby, all right, to know how much more money to print before the baby's allowed to go in the stroller in the car so he can go home. That's just the rules and the tools. Remember, safety credit for the family. When I'm done with you, you're never going to use your personal credit ever again, besides the 29% rule to run the family. You don't steal money from the family in the first place. Corporation, SS4 times 4. What are we going to get? Corporation credit. Write it off the credit and the cards and the interest rate too. Set up that line of defense, just in case one of those pieces goes screwed up today. Kind of like that bank and grocery store too. So what are we going to do? We're going to do like a Donald Trump. We're going to do the city. We're going to do the rich and famous people too. If they get to do it, so do I. It's called the constitutional right. So if you want to play, you can play and learn the rules too. You see, today it's like on Saturday. I broadcast twice a day live, Monday through Friday. All day Saturday up to 9 classes too. I don't like pre-recorded crap. All right, I like to answer the questions right away. By the way, I might ask you to do 1 or 2 things too. I hope you can follow through. I got a 100% success rate today. And yes, we had problems too, just like you. But today, if you want to, you can help me. I can help you some more. Well, the way is giving you the best price I can. I got to raise $44.25 before I take it off of a line of credit today. And if I could discount it to you, maybe I can help you and you can help me too. What do we get to do? Breaking your life down. It's called cover your ass. Let me blueprint every one of you. The ultimate thing at the end of the year is all the goodies. Leverage money to millions. Buy real estate in your divisions too. Asset protection, corporations and divisions in order. And why the 2 years matters the most? Oh, I get to give you all these bonuses. It's pretty simple. A gold and a platinum. $50,000 or more credit. 10 calls. And I get to blueprint you too. It's a one-time offer today. All right? There's only going to be 4 people that get to do it anyway. So it's $1,999 today if it's done. If not, oh well. By the end of the day, don't need the discounted anymore. Zelle wire deposit. Basically email Gina. Let her know what you did. Now, Walt Disney, I love Mickey. Don't you love Mickey too? I love Mickey and Minnie. Aren't they great? You know, they filed bankruptcy 7 times in the past, kind of like a couple of you. The reality is, you know what they did? Look at it. It's kind of fun. They know how to play the game. They got $1 billion in the bank. They don't want to pay tax at all. So they wrote an IOU to themselves. You see, if Mickey can do this, so can you. Learn how to play the game. Personal credit is called safety. Corporation, the first thing we go get is cash credit, lines of credit, then we get supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards too. The bottom line is I got to make you a qualified CFO. The ultimate goal, do you want $10,000, $25,000 of credit? Let me know. Maybe you want a gold card. How many would you like? Would you like 1 or would you like 10? It's up to you, because I can coach you how to do it every time you want to. So I'll get you 1, push it up to 100,000 and go buy 9 more too. You want $1 million? Let me know. See, the bottom line is you're going to probably have to get yourself out of your own way. Now, today, if you want me to build up a gold and a platinum and all the work to make you that CFO, I'll give you both today and a phone call at $9.99 as I build you up some more. But again, you'd have to Zelle wire deposit it today because it's during the webinar with me. Don't forget, Rapid Rescore pushes up to an 820. It blocks a lot of crap. Here's the proof. Credit Karma's free. There we go. Let's get you that 820 some more. Kind of fun. Remember, credit building today, $4.99. Rapid Rescore, $4.99 too. That's $9.98. But today, I'm giving half price today, $4.99, and I'm handing you $5,000 of credit back to you. By the way, that's 10 times your investment. If you don't want a corporation, that's okay. But if you want, as an extra free bonus, I'll convert this to the starter package to become a millionaire. I'll hand you the corporation, the tax ID, and get you the workshops for 90 days with me while I do the work for you. If you want another $10,000 instead of 5, it's $9.99. If you want $25,000 of credit, it's $24.99 too. Either way, it's 10 times your investment back to you, and it's guaranteed in writing too. You Zelle, you wire, you deposit. Kind of fun to do. When I studied Mr. Buffett's father first, and I studied him, I think the world's got it wrong. He owns 100 plus companies. He owns his favorite 10, by the way. This man's playing the game. My question to you is, why aren't you playing the game and winning too? It's up to you. The bottom line is like anything else. I'm an affiliate to 115 creditors. Do not use authorized user because that's crap. Trade lines is a joke too. I'm going to make you a qualified CFO. No matter how hard you make me work for you. It's kind of fun. By the way, I'm the guy that invented daisy chaining of credit too. 113 ways to play. I can turn each one of these cards into 99 more if you want me to. You see, we got to always talk about corporate credit. It's the only thing the IRS lets us write off. The interest rate in the card. That's why we're going to call it Raise Rules. We're going to have some fun. So guess what you get to do? Now here's some bars. That's prison. In case someone wanted to have the intent to rip anybody off or defraud them, I'd have to be the first one to testify, get you in a court of law. Please don't be a crook in my dime. Here's 3 divisions. Here's a corporation. Line of defense. You see, I want you to understand something. The corporation gets credit, but it never does business. You got to learn how to play like the Gates, the Musk, and basically all the other people do. You have the ability to do this like the Buffetts and the Reynolds do too. So what do we get to do? If we have a problem with the division, heck, we're going to call it the Donald Trump, the city, the rich and famous too. We might as well call it the Wells Fargo Bank too. You see, we're going to do exactly what they got to do. It's called the 3-step, by the way. We're going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate it. And at the end of the day, if we can't save that piece, we're going to bankrupt the piece. And we're never going to bring the pain home, keep all the other pieces. At the same time, look around those grocery stores and banks in your city today. They repackaged their assets and they're still in business today. Why aren't you? Now, when you bought your house, you probably did it wrong, sorry to say. It should have been escrow closed, escrow homestead, escrow put in a trust. The thing that breaks my heart after 43 years all the time is helping people like you, and I find out your house is not in a trust. That means if anybody sues you, they take it away. If you die, it's stuck into probate, and your family got diddly squat. So guess what I want you to do? Google the word trust today. Now let's go fix up that property and have some fun. Remember, all right, you're going to hire a contractor that hires a subcontractor. The ones that stand outside Home Depot. They're good workers. Why don't they cut every corner they can? They slip and fall and they sue you and take everything you got today. What happened to you the last time you knocked down? You see, I told you house, car, and bank account. I'd like you to think about putting every piece of property you ever get into a division. Then do an assignment of equity. So at the end of the day, they can't sue you at all. They literally get diddly squat. Is that okay with you? I like to make sure they get diddly squat. You don't hurt your family at all. Why don't you Google the word irrevocable trust today? It's one I would pick if I was you, but that's up to you too. You got the ability to play the game. We still got to fix it, that property today. Remember something, ladies and gentlemen. The IRS is the rules. You cannot circumvent them no matter what you say or do. Remember something today. All right, corporations don't pay tax till they make a profit. Play by the rules. Don't play peekaboo. The IRS will make a mess. If you did, go to irs.gov. All right, download the form called 656 of 433A and B. Get your COVID-19 check. Get your butt back in the system today. You got the ability to learn how to play the game if you want to. So let's think about this today. All right, if you want to fix up that property, we don't want to spend our money anyway. Let's set it 4 more divisions. Let's get the manufacturer to give us a wholesale price of 70%, and we don't want to pay a bill for 30 to 60 to 90 days anyway. Now we got the property fixed up. Escrow closes and pays off the debt. Now you got up to $200,000 left over. Don't act like you're rich because you're not. Have you ever had $10,000, $100,000 in the past and you pissed it away, and some of you are broke today? Write down Raise Rules, please. Pretty please. Leveraging money. Borrow money's not taxable. Line of defense. You see, before my coma in 2009, my office in Irvine Spectrum was only 22,000 square feet. 2-story building, had locations around the globe, doing $1 million plus a day, helping people like you. The bank would call me every morning at 9 or be at the office too, going, Ray, what can I do for you today? See, the banks always kiss your assets when you got money. If you don't have a pot to piss in, they don't know your name. So we're going to teach you how to leverage my way. Is that okay with you? The banks borrow from the feds times 10, by the way, and they loan back 5 to you. So if we did this correctly today, that could raise up to $3 million of borrowed money. Not taxable at all. You know, to buy a McDonald's today is $2 million. Why don't we take $2 million of that, get a Big Mac or fry and a chocolate shake? You want one too? You see, your problem is you got to beat your doubt. You got to run your own race. But I'd like to coach you the rest of my life and the rest of your life too, if you allow me to. It's always up to you. Now, I don't like to show you anything that wasn't mine, because I don't like blah, blah, blah. I'll show you mansions. I'll show you helicopters, yachts too. Got to get you past go. I think you're stuck. God's gift. One of my favorite mansions was pretty simple. That's where I parked the race boat and the yacht in the backyard. Where you park yours again? And I love the helicopter. All right, the Lamborghini in the building too. Wouldn't you? Now, I want you to do me a favor. Do yourself a favor too. I want you to change your driver's license to a P.O. box or a mailing address. Yes, because the last time you wrote a check over here, you gave me your driver's license. You live over there. They might as well go rob your house too. I mean, understand something. At the end of the day, you're going to have to protect your ass. And not bring the pain home. But that's up to you too. We got the Schaefer Bill, the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. So let me ask you this question. The last time you bought a car, did you let someone sweat you for hours on end? You did? Oh my goodness, you did. You lost 5,000 plus and up to 9 inquiries too? When they handed you that paper and said, we need your permission to run your credit, why didn't you write next to your signature allows 1 inquiry only and take a picture? But what did you do? The car you drive today is registered to you. That makes you the duck. By the way, you should be out driving a car under tax ID and fleet price. Let's say hypothetically today you went to that grocery store or bank and you accidentally bumped a car, a little bumpity bump. But they act like they got whiplash today. And you know what they asked for next? Your driver's license, insurance, registration too. What happened to your heart? Your driver's license got your home address on it. Wow. The insurance, you are paying it through the corporation, right, to write it all off? Or you're paying it out of your paycheck called taxable income. Oh, by the way, are you the registered owner today in the car you drive? Why? They're going to call one of those nasty attorneys on TV. They're going to sue you and take everything you got. Like I said before today. House, car, bank account too. I want to repackage every one of you. You see, the registered owner should be a division and not you. End of the day, we want to make sure they get diddly squat. Is it okay with you? Now, there's a donkey. What does that mean? Why don't we basically, what? Cover our ass. I just did, see? Gotta have fun. The bottom line is here's a corporation. 3 more divisions. Debt follows tax ID. Set up the line of defense in case something goes wrong. Never bring the pain where? Home ever again. Now divisions, when we set them up, they're $500 a piece. Tax ID, histories, and you get to pop credit and have fun too. Today, instead of $1,500 for 3, you can get those 3 with all the pieces. All right, and a phone call with me for $6.99. As long as it was Zelled wire deposit right away. Then who do you tell? Gina, because she's going to get the email from you. Remember, we went through a disaster. We're trying to raise $44.25 today before we got to use a line of credit too. If I can help you, guess what? I get to help you, you get to help me. We can break down and always cover our assets too. It's going to be up to you. This is always my favorite thing at the end of the year, called the ultimate end of the year program. Protecting assets, wow. Leveraging money to millions. All right, getting real estate under divisions too. And on top of that, corporations and divisions in order, the 2 years that we earned, and the bonuses, gold and platinum, 50,000 or more credit. All right, 10 phone calls, a blueprint with me, having fun with you. Today, if you did it right away, it's only going to count. Don't ask for it tomorrow, because I'm going to have amnesia. I never offered it after today. It's going to be $1,999 to you if it's done right away. Zelle wire deposit. If you let opportunity pass you by, that's okay. The sales team's going to sell it to you for $5,000 plus. So you got an opportunity today to help me help you. Remember, July 3rd, I'll never forget it. I took my yacht from the largest U-Dock, was my backyard. There's the address. I said fill it up. It was $1,600. I wrote off the car, the yacht too, and the interest rate. Why not? Reality is then I get to die in a coma. Are you kidding me? And my life got destroyed? Well, I got to wake up, walk around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. Put my score back to an 820. Popped another $1 million credit card again. I don't stay down. Play with me and I'll teach you how to never stay down too. That's how we get to play the game. We get to rapid rescore you, get you and push you up to the 820 and have some fun too. As the example show you right in front of you all right, guess what? It's very simple. All right, credit hotline too, and have fun for you. And we get to use Credit Karma because it's free. God's using me to help you today. I made my promise. I'm going to keep that. So today, if you want some discounts, it's today, not tomorrow. The nonprofit, simple. I'll set it up for you. I'll do the whole turnkey for you. Articles, divisions, tax IDs, 10,000 of credit, $9.99. From there, I'll give you a phone call. You'll mess it up. The classes for 4 weeks in January will be free. And on top of that, today I'll fill out the 1023 for it to get you the 501c3 exemption. That'll save you another $7,500. But again, if it's not Zelled right away, sorry, that offer comes off after I'm done today. Zelle wire deposit. Not hard to do. Now, I named my son and my daughter after me. I know I'm going to die eventually, permanently this time. I'm praying for 50 more years, but I want the legacy of Reynolds University to live on. The bottom line is you got 16 days. I need the division name, the corporation name, profit and nonprofit today. Again, 2020 will be over soon. Now that Lamborghini and building is pretty simple. Under tax ID, reaching the dream, think and be the impossible. I've done it all my life. Raised rules, by the way. There's 20,000 of those. Like I said in the beginning, give me 90 days. I'll do the work for you, teach you how to fish at every seminar, workshop, and boot camp. And then you're going to want me to help you the rest of your life, and I'd love to do that too. Oh, there's that donkey again. What are we going to do? We're going to cover our ass. I just did, see? That's half the fun. Now, you can trust a written guarantee or your money back. It's a pretty simple thing to do. You got a choice today. Now, let's think about motivation. I listen to it every day. But at the end of the day, if they're not handing you the cash or the credit, I'm sorry to say it's still blah, blah, blah. You got a story to tell too, do you not? I'd like to get you to the 820 credit score. I'd like to get you up to 100,000 of credit if you allow me to. I'd like to get you a corporation, divisions up to $1 million of credit. Stop being stuck. From there, what's next for you? You and me. You get to play with me for 90 days and hopefully a lifetime too. The ultimate goal is get you to $1 million, then get you to $1 billion too. Remember what I said in the beginning? I want to repackage your house, your car, your bank account too. I want to make sure we're having some fun. I want to clone me into you. The books I live by, first is the Bible, then it's mine. Because I love the books that gave me the blueprint. Because I like blueprints, rules, and tools. I like a manual. I want to make it simple. I should have named it the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Because we all do stupid things when we start out in the beginning anyway. Here's the day. The sales team wants to sell it to you for $9.99. But if you'd Zelled me $2.99, I'll get it shipped tomorrow for you. But again, it's a one-time opportunity. $2.99. There's the Zelle, the wire deposit. Today, not tomorrow. It's today or never. From there, you email Gina what you Zelled for. Remember, we got a crisis right now. I had fires in my backyard and the wind's knocking over trees, and the election screwed up our marketing for weeks on end. So today, you can take advantage. I can help you. You can help me. Kind of fun, too. We got the ability, and this one here is the ultimate one at the end of the year. I'm only going to let 4 people play in that. Again, it's up to you. Today, it's $19.99 if it was Zelled right away. Zelle wire deposit. All you got to do. Now, if you want the credit rebuilding program and all you want is an 820 credit score, okay, I'll do all the work for you. Instead of the $9.98 for both, I'll do both of them at half price. I'll hand you a $5,000 card. All right, I'll turn around and give you 10 times your investment back to you because it's going to cost you $4.99. Then I'm going to offer you to upgrade it for free to the starter package for Millionaire. That way I get you articles, oscillus tax ID, corporate setup class, and level 1 for divisions 2. Now you got nothing to lose and everything to gain for you. If you want to double the credit, it's $9.99. If you want $25,000, it's $24.99 to you. There's all you got to do is Zelle wire deposit. Pretty simple thing to do. Remember, how did the 14th Amendment turn corporations into people? It's kind of fun. Me, I love the United States of America. But everything I ever do, I master the rules, and I read them 100,000 times, again and again. You see, the United States of America, they package and they protect the 50 states. States are corporation. States set up the divisions too, called cities. So you got the choice today to set up your own line of defense for you if you want to. The ultimate goal is learning never to have joint credit. Buy a house, escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow recorded in a trust. Remember, corporation, don't name it after you. Don't name it what it does. Have up to $1 million of credit too. You got to set up the line of defense. If you don't, I'm sorry, you're going to bring the pain home like you did the last time. Remember that bank and grocery store in your city today? They bankrupt a piece, but they're still in business today. So let's understand divisions for real estate, franchise, current business. You got to set up the line of defense. You're going to have to master Ray's rules and tools. The ability to never bring the pain where? Home. Like I said in the beginning today, plan on somebody getting in your way or trying to take it away. You learned a little bit about safety credit today and the line of defense. You got to get to the workshops for 3 months. You have no idea what you're going to learn. We're going to have a lot more fun. Bottom line is we're all Humpty Dumptys. Got to get back up again and again. 2020, first year, 2021, 2 years too, up to 9 lines of credit, up to $50,000 plus, and no tax return required at all. I kind of like that. So the American dream, everybody talks about it. But if they're not handing you the credit and the money, what is it at the end of the day? You read someone else's story? The bottom line is receiving money every month, pay all your bills, drive the company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up your time, set up the line of defense. And understand something, master Ray's rules, there's 20,000 of these. Ultimate thing is up to you. The refresh, when I do that, I get to block and I get to push your credit score up. I just show you what happens from Credit Karma because it's free. You see the credit rebuilding today, $4.99. It's a giveaway. $5,000 of credit back to you. If you don't want the corporation, it's free. It's an extra bonus to you. But I think I want you to go to the workshop to listen to a couple more times because I can get you the articles, the OSLAs, the tax ID, setup class, level 1 for divisions too. The only thing this one does is double the credit to you. So if you want $10,000 instead of $5,000, it's $9.99. If you want $25,000 of credit, it's $24.99. Still 10 times the money back to you with no hesitation at all. You Zelle, you wire, you deposit. That's all you got to do. See, at the end of the day, we all have to stay safe and strong. Wondering what's next to come? It's going to be you and me. We're going to have fun. Let us always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. He gave me the rules and the tools. Today you have an overview. Workshop, we're going to go step by step. And you're going to remember today there's only 16 days left. This means you got to get it done right away. Next thing is, at the end of the day, if you're not Zelling, depositing, and wiring right away, you can call the office tomorrow morning if you want to. There might be 1 or 2 people left at the end of the day. You can call 800 toll-free, 510-3338. They're going to give you the normal price, not the one I offered today, because this is an opportunity from me to you. At the end of the day, 800 toll-free, 510-3338. And don't ever forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all. Thank you.